Hello, welcome back to Starshadow Tarot. I am here with a timeless reading. This is one of healing, one of deconstructing your shadows, and this message is specifically for my queens. Now, when I say queen, I do not mean gender. I mean the person, the individual who is stepping into a divine feminine energy of the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so when I was prepping for this read, I was really hearing nature call to me, call strongly to me, saying there is a group of people, a collective out there who need to know that they may not currently be resonating at the energy of a queen, or they're not feeling like they are, but that's what they're stepping into. My vision, the message I was channeling was one of transition, but it wasn't that traditional death transition. It was, bear with me, I saw Snow White, right? So the way I get messages, the way I channel is seeing, hearing, knowing, feeling, physical sensations, things like that, but feeling emotionally, feeling physical sensations, things of that nature. So what I saw was Snow White. Bear with me here for those of you who may be like, what are you talking about? But this is like the Disney princess version, that sweet, innocent, pure, truthful Snow White in the forest with her birds, the birds chirping around her. And I was hearing the birds chirping at me. But then I'd hear my ravens talking to me, saying, you are protected. You, the viewer, are protected, right? The collective, the person who I'm speaking to, you are protected. You are in a place of transition, but I'm hearing it's not an ugly one. It is scary. It might be a scary one for you. Because the next thing I saw was that Snow White pure energy, and I kind of got this Bambi feel, right? This, you may feel hunted, you may feel prey, both Bambi and Snow White, right? People after their heart. But this may be that you feel that people are after your heart and you're trying to protect your heart. But the next thing I saw was Snow White standing with a dagger, ready to carve out the hearts of others. And I'm not saying you are going into tyrant mode. What I'm saying is your purity, your peacefulness, the things inside you, your inner child that is being protected right now, that gives you a strength. That gives you strength to fight off those that you feel are coming against you. But also understand that you may feel like you're under attack, but I'm seeing eight of swords. I'm seeing like you have the strength, under attack or not, you've got the strength to walk out of it. So yes, this we will see what's resonating for this message, and see what the cards say. So this is an oracle deck. This is an Avalon deck. So I've got Merlin and Excalibur. So you are alchemizing. You are, this is very much the Magician card. You're manifesting in change. You're in a place of stepping into your sovereignty. Absolutely. And I got that in the message. I'm not sure if I said it when I started off, that this message is for someone, my queens out there, that this is someone who is stepping into your sovereignty. You may not feel like you're worthy of it. You may not feel like you can pull the sword from the stone. You may not feel like you are ready to to be the person you know is inside. But bear with me, y'all, the things they say. My spirit team loves to talk in movies. They love to talk in songs. So I'm literally hearing, in the end, there can be only one, which is not Excalibur. It is not Avalon. It's not King Arthur. Obviously, it's Highlander, right? So, but that's a fight. I'm hearing you're gearing up for a fight, but I'm not hearing it's a fight against others. It's a fight against your traditions and your beliefs and the things that you've been taught. You're fighting truths. You're fighting for your power, and you're stepping into it. But it's also gifted to you. So you've got it all within you, right? The thing about Merlin is he had it. And he was able to teach others, right? He was able to pass it on. So this message might be, for someone who's a teacher, or some of y'all teachers out there, maybe not. Take it how it resonates, as always. We shall see what the cards say. Okay, I can't make this up. I literally split this again. Merlin and the Lady of the Lake. Okay, so not only have we had Excalibur, we've got the Lady of the Lake. So your spirit team is presenting you with opportunities. And saying you best take the sword. All right, I'm hearing take the damn sword. I'm also hearing put down the knife and take the sword, because a knife allows the enemy closer, but the sword can keep him at a distance. I don't necessarily understand what that means, but someone will understand that. But again, I'm still seeing that Snow White figurehead turning into the huntress. And instead of being hunter or hunted, she becomes the hunter, the huntress. And again, this is genderless, right? So you could be the hunter, you could be but the magic and everything you need is in you. It's in you. You've got it. So let's actually see what card comes out. What wants to be the overall energy of this reading? So this is the White Spring. Okay, so this is all about healing, energy, gratitude, and protection. So this is about you stepping into your place. You have a healing journey to take. As long as you step through that doorway, as long as you take the sword, but you're protected. You are, there's dragonflies. Dragonflies are very beautiful. Dragonflies are beyond transition. It's a strength. You may be seeing dragonflies as a sign, and this time of year, this is a timeless reading, but I'm doing this in early September. So as I'm reading it, the weather is shifting and you might not see dragonflies, but dragonflies may be significant to you. Threes. There's threes. There's a lot of three energy going on. You may feel like you've got support. Do you have a friend network? I'm seeing pardon me if I'm saying this wrong, caduceus, with the snakes, the snake that twines around the staff. And that is a very healing energy, very healing, protective nature, very transitional because the snakes shed their skin. And there's a lot of traditions around that. That's not very Celtic. It is actually Greco-Roman in nature. In Pompeii venerated the Pompeians, is that? I don't even know. Forgive me. They venerated the snake for its transition and its healing properties, and they had have images carved in about that veneration, and I'm getting that, or about that healing, about that protection, and I'm getting that the dust that settles, the things that you feel, your world may feel like it's exploding or blowing up, but you have a safe haven to go to. You have people or a place that you can go to for protection. And it's a very healing, energetic feel for that. Yeah, so on the bottom of the deck is the Tor, so the tower, right? But it's not the typical tower. It's not your crumbling tower. This is about truth. And this is about tapping into source. It's tapping into energy and clarity, about connection. And again, I'm seeing that family, friends, loved ones, you're tapping into that nature. Twos may be significant, fives may be significant. You may be seeing 555 or 222. Okay, so let's get into the read. So, yeah, getting very healing, truthful, stepping into your sovereignty energy. All right, so let's see what is. I've got the Four of Pentacles wanted to come out. So this card has been coming out so much lately. What are y'all guarding? So I'm going to ask, what are y'all guarding? King of Swords. So the truth. You're guarding the truth. Are you guarding the truth? Are you trying to keep it from someone? Are you holding it back? Or are you ready to step into it? We shall see. We will see. So what's at the root of this situation of healing? Six of Wands. The influences on this. Okay. The influences. I'm going to just set this over here and see. Because we still have what's on the surface, how it's presenting. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, this is some beautiful energy, y'all. Like there could be chaos and everything going around you. The knives, we're back to the knives. So I had that drop the knife and grab the sword energy. So drop, okay. So drop the knife, grab the sword. So drop the little barbed comment. Some of you may be either getting or giving sharp tones, sharp commentary. You're lashing out at others or others are lashing out at you. With snippy comments, but grab the sword of truth. So tell the truth. Stop hiding it. Stop flinging knives when you've got the truth on your side. Yeah, because at the root of this, I'm hearing pride. At the root of this, some of y'all are dealing with a pride issue because you want to be the good guy. You want to be seen and loved. You're afraid to step into the truth because of the conflict it could cause. And on the surface, you are showing that you are calm, cool, and collected and that you've got it all together, which you may have. But at the root of it, is it real? Is it just, are you actually, proud of who you are, or are you just being stubborn and refusing to, refusing to share the truth, or you're afraid of what people will think for you. You're looking for the applause. I'm getting two different messages here. Some of you who are watching and listening to this are doing things for the applause. I'm specifically hearing Lady Gaga's applause, right? You're doing it for the applause. You're doing it because you, trigger warning, take a pause. If this is going to upset you, I'm sorry, but I do it out of love, and I'm not trying to pull punches. I'm doing this to help you heal, right? Because we're talking about healing. We're talking about stepping into that. We're talking about the truth here, like the ultimate divine truth, right? And in order for you to step into that divine feminine and to step into what you need to do, you need to hear this. You need to hear this truth. And you're doing it because you're insecure and you need people's positive opinions to feed you, to keep you going. Because if you don't have that, then who are you? Because are you really someone who's got it all together and can stand on your own? The other message is very similar in nature. You are not doing it for the applause, but you have a wound that you're working under the influence of, because it's created coping mechanisms in which you're masking who you really are. You're masking who you really are so that you can get the approval of others, because if others approve you, you're safe. But if they don't, then everything is sheer chaos and I'm getting 8 of Swords energy here. I'm seeing 8 of Swords. But the Queen of Pentacles isn't that. The Queen of Pentacles doesn't do that. You have the ability, because on the surface, everyone sees you as having your shit together. On the surface, everyone sees that you are calm, cool, and collected, right? This is, to me, baby Queen of Pentacles energy, right? It's I got this, right? You've got the sustenance you need. You can chill. You've done the work. Now you can celebrate that you've done the work. At least that's what it's looking like on the surface. But what's really going on is this chaotic game, this chaotic need for approval for either of those scenarios, right? So either of those scenarios, you've got this need for people to like you. See how you're resonating. Knight of Swords. Whoo, you are ready to step into it, aren't you? You are ready to take some action and say enough is enough. I'm grabbing that sword. And that just goes back to Excalibur. You're going to grab it, you're going to pull it out of its stone, and you're going to start to heal. What do you need to heal? What's the shadow? Temperance and balance. Okay, what's the hope? Page of Wands. Page of Wands. So you've got some new passions or passions that you've had since you were a child. You've got some things that you've been dreaming about, and you're looking at that dream and you're thinking, can I rekindle this? I've got a little bit of a spark there. I've got a little bit of a spark to something that I used to do, something I used to be, the person I used to be when I was a child, or when I was younger, or before this chaotic situation happened that took me out of a place of balance. And it's giving me that, can I be that again? The answer is no, but listen why. You can be more. You can, because you can't go back, right? There's a saying of you can never go home again. And why is that? And that's like, you know, when you see the sunlight shining through the trees, that dappled sunlight, you will never again see that. That will never again exist as it was. That is in that moment, because the sun will never shine exactly like those leaves, or a leaf will fall and it creates a different path of sunlight, or as time goes on, the leaves change and fall off, or different, whatever scenario it is, clouds come and change the direction of the light. The sun is moving and the trajectory of the light fades, right? So that specific moment in time, you cannot capture again. It was for that moment, it was for that season, it was for that beautiful, beautiful reflection of things, right? So what you're looking back at, you're saying, can I be this again? Technically, no. However, that doesn't mean that the next shot of sunlight coming in through the trees are not going to be just as beautiful, are not going to be just as powerful or just as passionate. It's still the light, it's still the trees, it just looks different. So yes, you can use that spark of passion that you have to rekindle a passion or a person that you once were, but it will look different because you have gone through something, which I'm going to pull, that you need healing from. But that healing is going to shift you. It's going to change who you are. And that's okay. That's the point of progress. That's called growth, baby. That is called growth. So when it looks slightly different, because now you're in an autumn stage, when you were in a summer, when you had this passion or you had this dream or you had this whatever, it may have been summer. But now we're coming into autumn. And that's okay, because you are the person now that you were meant to be in autumn. So that's okay. But you need to realize how doing things for others, whether it be their approval or their applause, their recognition, their faith in you, out of fear for causing chaos, if you say no, here's okay. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. When they talk to me, my ADHD brain, like, it just like, attention there. No is a full sentence. I'm hearing to tell some of y'all that. No is a full sentence. You can choose yourself and choose others, and that's okay. You need to understand that life is not always about looking over your shoulder and doing what everyone else wants you to do, or pleasing the crowd, or wearing the mask so that you can keep everyone happy, Because if everyone's happy, you're safe. Some of y'all need to take off that mask and show who you really are, because you've got a sword. You've got a sword and you're ready to fly. You've got the truth of who you are and you're ready to step into that. You're ready to take action. That's where you're resonating at. But you need to incorporate and understand that there is a balance and a healing. There's a balance and a healing by embracing who you are. By understanding, back to the original vision that I had at the start of the reading, that you can be that Snow White, pure, beautiful person and the Huntress at the same time. You can have the sweets and have the nice, healthy stuff. You can have your eye open. Not sure if you can see this. Her eye is open, paying attention to what's going on around her, and yet the other eye is shut, saying, I got this, right? She's leaning into herself, leaning into her power, and finding her stabilization through balance. You can say no. You can say yes. You can say what you want to say without causing those little barbs to fly, without causing the knives to go screaming around at everyone. And here's the kicker. Some of y'all may not want to hear this, but if you step into your truth and people don't like that truth, that's on them, baby. That is not on you, because that's your truth. That is your Excalibur. That is your thing to step into. That is your magic, your Merlin. And look at what's around you. You are protected. They are not coming after you. Right? This isn't the birds where they're like attacking you. My understanding of this card in this moment, which it may shift for other readings, but in this reading, these birds, they are not birding you, right? This isn't the Alfred Hitchcock, they're coming at you, screaming, cawing, all this stuff. These ones are your side. They're flying with you. They are your army coming back behind you saying, no, you tell that truth. You take that action. And you'll be flying high. But don't do it for the crowd. Don't do it for the pleasure of looking good. Don't do it because wearing that mask keeps you safe. Do it because it's the truth. That King of Swords energy, right? That you're holding on to the truth of who you are. You are holding on to the truth of who you are, and you are keeping yourself from sitting nicely and peacefully in that trees of the things that you made up, because what I'm feeling, sugar, you have got gifts and talents that you are letting rot because you don't want to display it, or you're hiding them. And you're secretly sitting there like, I can do this. But you're not showing it to the world, not really, not properly, because you're doing what the world wants you to do or what your friends want you to do. But the thing is, you have a group of people. You've got a place, a home that is energizing you, that is healing you. And if you don't have it now, you will. Because this is the energy that I'm feeling. That Queen of Pentacles energy that started off this reading. What's your advice? King of Cups. Okay, y'all may or may not like to hear this because it's been said before, whether by me or other people, whether you're sitting looking at readings and they keep telling you the same thing over and over and over again. But y'all need to love yourselves. Y'all need to step into your self-worth. Y'all need to understand that there are beautiful things that are surrounding you. Stop questioning your worth. Know that you are love. Unconditional. Give yourself that unconditional love. And know that in the background there are people and things waiting for you because they see it in you. You may be working really hard at trying to please the crowd, trying to win over their approval or keep them happy, because if they're happy and if they're at peace, then you're safe, right? But the reality is, do they really see you for who you are? Are they basking in the glory of your sunshine, or are they basking in the glory of your mask? There are some who are different just like you, and they see you for you. They're not basking in the glory of how you perform for them. They're basking in the glory of who you are. They see and love you for who you are. So your advice is to step into that. Your advice is to love yourself and see your worth. They see it. They're sticking around because you've got this tribe of people who are helping you, right? You've got this healing energy, this protection, this gratitude for who you are. But you need to feel it from within. And the more I look at this too, I'm getting this go within feeling, that snake energy that shed your skin and go within to love yourself. That caduceus, and there's a reason why I saw that caduceus. And guess what? That spark of passion, that thing that you hold dear to you, that person you are, that child within you, they're still there. They are still there. So love that person, love that child, and recognize that, yeah, they may be a little different in this season coming, but that's okay because you've got the balance. So the shadow that you need to incorporate here is to find that balance, and to do so, love yourself, get that self-worth, because then you won't be afraid of what people are going to say or do when you share that truth of who you are. But guess what, baby? You will be able to step into that beautiful energy of self-love, self-contentment, that culmination. And I'm hearing 9s are really important. So I'm hearing, this is a timeless reading, but as I'm doing it, we're in 2025, which is a 9 year, right? This wrapping up of cycles, ready to step into the new, ready to transition and change, which this is a transitions reading. I said it at the start. We've got Snow White stepping into that Queen of Pentacles energy from the doe, the fawn, who's fawning for everyone. Maybe remember I said I saw Bambi, right? I saw Bambi, and this is Bambi energy. This is that fawning. You're fawning for people. You are bringing everyone to the table to keep yourself safe and keep the peace, keep the happiness, because if everyone else is happy, you are safe emotionally. But that's not the case, because guess what, baby? The chaos is going on around you anyway. Whether you let those truths fly or not, people are still going to be people. And why is that? Why do you think that is? Because they've got their own truths to handle. They've got stuff going on already that in some of y'all's cases, you're just not on their radar. You are so afraid of what they're thinking, and they're happy and they're peaceful and they're all that when you're around and you're putting on the show. But they're in their head. Look at that. They're in there. They're like, I've got my own troubles. I got my own drama. I got my stuff. And they're not worried about you. They're just enjoying the peace that you bring when you come to the table. Everyone's got their own little bit of healing to do. But there are some around you that are there to support you. There are some around you that are there to celebrate. And look at that beautiful, beautiful energy at the bottom of the deck that's supporting this reading, right? This energy of celebration, culmination. This is the 1111 card. So we go from 9s, which are that transition, that shedding of the skin, stepping into what's new, to true celebration. Now, Ace of Swords. Y'all, I cannot make it up. Grab that sword. Excalibur is yours. You may not think you can pull it from the rock, but you can pull it from the rock. You are strong enough. You are ready. But not only that, the Lady of the Lake sitting there saying, take it. Please, please take it. You got the magic within you. You are Merlin, the magician. You've got the power. So take it. Take the power. Because what's awaiting you? This feigned success, this overly proud, I'm going to play for the masses, or true celebration with those who mean the most of you, to you, with you. They mean the most to you, but they also see you for who they are. They're your family. This may be your found family. This may be your actual familia. Who knows? That, you know, that's the thing. You know who these people are. But they all have friends who are protecting them, but they choose you. Okay? They choose you, Pikachu. And this is pure celebration. This is that Snow White energy, that pure, beautiful energy that stepping into your divine feminine brings you. That actually taking up the sword. Take up the sword. We saw the King of Swords earlier, so take up that King of Swords. See the truth in who you are. Again, you've got your birds surrounding you. They are ready to take flight. They just need you to act on it. Act on it. Step into it. I'm going to pull, this is a shorter reading, interesting. I'm going to pull some, I think it's just very concise and to the point and very specific. This is specific for someone who needs the healing, someone who needs to hear that you need to take your mask off and step into that divine, feminine, secure, nurturing energy. And the one you need to nurture, baby, is yourself. You need to nurture yourself. Let's see any other messages from spirit, guides, angels, ancestors. Any other messages? Y'all, I am seeing something horrible. But it's ringing in truth. It is not pretty. It is not nice. But again, they show me things. Denial, right? So some of y'all sitting here saying, I'm hearing this. I don't want to hear it. It's triggering me. And what it's saying is, the guides encourage you to bravely acknowledge the issues that exist in your relationships. It might be tough, but without this step, those shadows will never have a chance to heal. Can't make this stuff up. But the thing that they're showing me is that I don't want to trigger those of you who don't like hunters, but we're talking about the huntress. So the message is, are you going to be the hunter or the prey? Because the specific words they say that is going to be triggering is that fawns get shot. Okay? That's not pretty. That's not nice. But if you are excessively fawning, if you are, and what I mean by fawning, okay, so fight or flight responses are the traditional understanding of how you keep yourself safe, right? You get yourself in a situation, or you are in a situation, your natural nervous system reacts with a fight, flight response. Everyone knows those two, but there are also two others. There's fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Freeze is I'm frozen. I'm immobile. I can't fight or flight. I can't do those, right? So freeze is that deer in the headlights. Sticking on the deer theme, we are looking at fawn. Now, fawn means I'm going to play nice and I'm going to make everyone happy. Okay, that if everyone's happy, I'll be safe. And if you are operating in a fawn nature, the universe, God, gods, the stars, whoever you believe in, whatever you call it, are calling you to demask that fawn. You need to work on your self-worth and understand, and that again, they're telling me again to say no is a full sentence. A fawn will sit there and explain and overly explain and you feel guilty if you have to say no. You feel guilty for not going along with the crowd, not going along with the group. Okay, that's what a fawn does. But a fawn will get themselves into trouble because you will not be able to sustain that. You're not going to be able to have that without that balance. All you're doing is shoving down who you really are. All you're doing is telling everyone else that they matter more than what you do. You won't be able to build that empire that you're doing. You won't be able to be that Queen of Pentacles energy. And ultimately, people are going to react to you in a way that they're going to react. You can't control other people's reactions. You can't do that. And you need to acknowledge the truths of those relationships. Because here's the thing, if people care, or if they get upset at you because you say no, just flat out no, without overly explaining, and you're starting to set up boundaries and you're starting to do that, if people are doing that and getting upset, then they're not your real friends. And I know that sounds like a playground thing to say, but it's the truth. Because if they're there to bask in your sunshine and all the things that you can give them and all the wonderful happy smiles and all the things, they're feeding off of your energy, then they're not there for you. Find your tribe that is. Find the tribe that's there for you, that has a balance of love, respect, and you're going to be able to lean on each other appropriately. You're going to be able to build something beautiful, something foundational that will last forever. Because this is balance. This is 11-11 energy. This is something so pure that, and I'm hearing it's your found family. Could be people that are actual relatives, but your found family, you have something deeper than just blood. You have something to stand on because you found each other in times of need, but you're not times of healing, times that you need to have your self-worth, and you're working together for your self-worth. You're working together to support each other in that unconditional love of self. And you're getting that spark. They will be the ones to encourage you to be who you truly are and to really build that empire, build the things that will be successful, build that stuff. They encourage that, whereas they will not. They will want to feed off you like little energy vampires coming in to see and suck the life out of you, saying, no, I need your attention. I need you to keep me happy. Because once they get hooked on the glory that is your mask, the glory that is you mirroring them, the glory that is your fawn, they want it. They need it. They need you to keep that going. Keep that up. Feed them. All those knives that you're throwing out are not truths, right? That's the difference between a knife and a sword. The knife is only a partial truth. It's only a facade of a sword. So you're sitting there and you're cooking it and you keep going and going and going. Meanwhile, you're completely drained. You are completely drained. And people are feeding off of you because once they get a taste of that glory, once they get a taste of your sunshine, they want to bask in it forever. But it's time for you to bask in your own sunshine. It's time for you to step down that path of the long forgotten self. But you will have the support. You will have that found family, the real ones, the true ones that will raise wands with you and that will help you hold tight to your swords. That will help you step into the truth of that Excalibur level truth. So if you aren't that Queen of Pentacles yet, you will be resonating at that energy if you can balance that need of self and others. That need of you keep yourself safe, but you don't need to compromise yourself to do so. You can keep yourself safe by speaking the truth. You keep yourself safe by speaking the truth, not by floating around things that people want to hear. You stop telling people what they want to hear and you tell them what the truth is. Now, you don't have to be mean about it, but you start saying the truth. Whoo! Watch how you shed some people who just wanted to bask in your sunshine and all the things that you could offer them. You start telling the truth, yeah, some people are going to walk away, but what's left is that self-love and that found family that's foundational, that unshakable foundational family, that 1111 from self-love. They are sticking around in the wings. They are ready to cheer you on. They are ready to give you cool things. That's reciprocal because y'all can fill your own cup. And once you fill your own cup of self-worth and love and unconditional love, then you can give to others. Then you can have that found family who can give to you. And they are ready and excited to give to you. And if you don't think you found them yet, don't worry, they are coming. That energy is on its way. The energy exists. It is in your field and you are magnetizing it. Yeah, overthinking and fixation, obsession. Overanalyzing situations won't bring you closer to the answers you seek, right? This is some overthinking stuff here you got going on. Instead, it hinders your ability to notice new opportunities that emerge along the way. Loosen the grip you have on that outcome. I cannot make this up because what did we see? What flew out at the start of this section of the reading? What flew out was that Four of Pentacles. Y'all are holding tight to something. And when I asked, what are you holding tight to? Then the King of Swords wanted to fly out. And hello, King. King is next to, once you start taking that action, that King is ready to tell the truth. Because knights don't stay knights for long. When you step in, you get that King energy. And interesting how the reading was supported really the vision of the Queen of Pentacles, that divine feminine energy. But you're getting kings, which means it's mastery. This is the ultimate love of loves, right? It's not just mastery. It is a bit of control, but not that toxic control. So to me, it sounds like you're also balancing that masculine, feminine nature within you. That need to speak up, that need to stop overthinking, that need to stop telling everyone what they want to hear, to embrace that passion that you used to be, that is changed now because you can't be that person. But guess what? If a page is the thought, the knight is the action, the king or queen is the result. And that's growth. A page to a knight to a king or queen, that is growth. So take hold of it. It's yours for the taking. That healing, that I'm getting that Three of Cups energy with the things there. There's 3 dragonflies. There's the 3 swirls. There's the 3s. And I'm seeing that even though this is 4 of Wands, I'm seeing 4 of Wands and the 3 of Cups together where you'll be able to give to each other, but also, or more so, because this is sturdy. But the 3s are telling me that friendship, that joy, that celebration for being foundational. But you need to stop overthinking and you need to stop fawning. Stop. You know the truth and you've heard this before. None of this is new, sweetheart. None of this is new. You know this. You know it in your heart. So this then is then confirmation to take that action. Do it. Just do it. Step into who you are in your own glory, on your own right. Stop telling people what they want to hear. Stop hiding the truth of who you are. I'm going to leave it here. And thank you.